So y'all, I decided to review RuPaul's Drag Race All-Stars Season 5. Now, Season 12 just ended, and I don't really know most of those queens on that season, so I was just like, let me do All-Stars. And with All-Stars, what I love about it is, I know everyone on there. The stakes are a little bit higher, and the drag is a little bit more expensive because they all got the fame of being Ru girls. And this has been this has been filmed since maybe almost a year and a half ago. So I've been waiting for this season. So why not review it? Depending if this video does well, I will continue reviewing the season. Because it just depends, But yeah, I'm excited too. I already see some of my faves in this season and I can't wait. And usually the lip syncs on All Stars are the best. So let's dive into the first episode, shall we? So in walks in Shea Coulee. Oh my god, she looks amazing in this little blue and pink number, and she's from season 9, and it's crazy because she was the front runner to win the whole thing. Now, until Sasha Velour pulled that wig off and those rose petals fell off, that's when I knew okay, well, sorry girl. And she won 4 challenges that season and still did not win. Yeah, so she really has something to prove. I think she's the front runner for this season. This is my number 1 pick to win All Stars. Next is Miss Cracker. She looks cute in this little light blue number. She's from season 10. What I remember from her is she started out strong, but then she was just really in her head, and it really fucked with her throughout the whole competition. So yeah, she has a lot to prove too. She looks a little bit heavier, I have no problem with a big girl, but she looked like she got a little bit thick. Next is Alexis Mateo. Bam! Sorry, I had to do it. She's from season 3 and All Stars 1. Everyone who watches Drag Race knows All Stars 1 doesn't count. That was a fucking shit show. Whoever did the teams thing, they should be fired. Hopefully they are fired. Yeah, she's looking like Puerto Rican pride. She's such a polished queen. I loved her on her season. She was top 3. And of course, she's the mother of Vanessa Vanjie Mateo. Yeah, it's so crazy that her daughter is basically just shot up to fame. And is just as famous, probably even more famous than Alexis herself. So yeah, I'm excited to see her. She definitely deserves a chance to show her drag on her own. Blair St Clair. She's from season 10. What I remember from her was she looked like she was 14 years old on Drag Race. This one right now that I'm seeing, she definitely looks different from when I remember her. She looks really polished. She was polished on last season, but she has a little bit more grown swag, and she's giving me a Gigi Good vibe, and it's probably not her fault. I mean, it's just because I'm, seeing this season right after season 12. She seems way more confident than what I remember too, cocky even. So yeah, I'm excited to see what she does. In walks Mariah Balenciaga, season 3. Oh my god, I love her. It's just something about her that I love her zhuzh, she is a pageant queen, and she's just so elegant and refined. She gives a real Dominique Devereaux vibe, so I'm really excited to see her this season. What she's wearing, I'm not really a fan of it, but I'm sure I have much to look forward to. In walks another queen from season 3, India Ferrah, and I really don't remember too much about her. The only thing that she's known for pretty much is being picked up by Mimi I'm First. Get off of me! So yeah, she has a lot to prove because she went home really early on her season. And she looks good in this number. I like it. It's like a little light blue, extravagant, puffy dress. Yeah, I'm about to say turquoise, but it's like a light baby blue. She almost looks similar to Ms. Cracker. It looks like her look has just a little bit more depth than Ms. Cracker. Ms. Cracker's look is a little bit more simple than India's. Next up, one of my favorites, Jujubee from season 2 and All Stars 1. I'm glad she's getting her chance to shine by herself, because All Stars 1 was some bullshit. As soon as she walks in, someone yells Grandma Barbie, and yes, that wig, that grayish lavender wig is kind of aging her a little bit, but she looks good. She looks snatched. I like it. What I know from Jujubee, like she is like an entertainer and she's extremely funny. I love her season and I like her dynamic with Raven and All Stars 1, but I'm glad she's by herself. So yeah, she's definitely one of my front runners personally, along with Shea Coulee. Also, I realized this is the third season 3 girl. I don't have a problem with it, but I'm just noticing like, yeah, 3 girls from 1 season. Next up is Derrick Barry. Now see, I'm gonna be real with y'all. Like, I've seen every season of Drag Race except season 1 and season 8. Okay, so don't yell at me. Like, I'm aware of Bob the Drag Queen. I'm aware of Naomi. I just haven't seen the season. And the only reason why is because they try to make us pay to watch that season. I'm sorry, I'm not paying for it. Derrick Barry is best known for his Britney impersonations. He kind of looks like Willem a little bit to me. And Willem throws shade at him for some reason every chance he gets on his podcast. She has a lot to prove. That she's just more than a Britney Spears impersonator. But, I mean, I get it. I mean, there's so many different forms of drag. There's impersonating drag. And I get it. Like, if Britney is what you do well, is what you do well. She looks just like Britney. And it looks right out the gate that Derrick Barry has beef with India Ferrah. They go in for like a fake hug and she just does a face. And that the producers, of course, clocks immediately for us. But yeah, I mean, I guess we need some drama this season. Next up from season 10, the third season 10 girl is Mayhem Miller. Now, what I remember from her is she won the first challenge and then it just went down, down, down. So of course she has stuff to prove. She looks great. I like her workroom entrance. I do know her also from that meme where she's like bug-eyed and she's doing this and that. But yeah, like I'm glad that I'm seeing, you know, so many queens of color this season. Gotta love that. And I remember Mayhem Miller being funny too. And last, we have Ongina from season 1. Like I said, I haven't seen season 1. Be nice to me. Yeah, she looks cute. I love this little regal looking. She looks like a Christmas ornament, honestly. She looks really polished. And of course, she's from the first season. So she has a lot to prove. I mean, I'm sure a lot of other people have not seen season 1. So just like, I believe BB from season 1, she's just like trying to remind people who she is. So I'm glad she has this platform. Also, I think she made top 2 as well. And she's like the bald head, like that's very memorable. So overall, I like this batch of queens. Like I said, I think my top 3 would be Alexis Mateo, Jujubee, and Shea Coulee. Those 3. RuPaul walks in the workroom looking real dapper. For the past 2 episodes in season 12, like I'm just used to seeing that, you know, that luchador Mexican mask. So it's nice to just see him back in like a nice dapper suit. He greets the ladies and he says there are new rules to All Stars. Thank God, because these past All Stars have been picking the wrong winners. And I will get into that another time. But yeah, I'm glad they got rid of these rules where the best girls seem to go home. Because let's just be honest, Manila should have won last season. And the tie between Monet Exchange and Trinity, I'm sorry, I thought it was pandering. I really did. But I'm glad we finally got a black queen in the All-Stars Hall of Fame. But I'm just saying, it kind of hurt me because I just thought they were pandering to us. Like, we need to have a black queen win. We need to have a black queen win. I know this season a black queen is going to win, so that's fine. So first, RuPaul explains a bit of the rules. So first off, the top queens, not only do they get to choose who goes home, the queens in the workroom also get the vote on the bottom queen to get the chop. And that's all he tells us right now. So we have our first mini challenge of the season, and it is the library challenge where everyone is just reading each other for filth. And this challenge is featuring Ricky Martin, who I must say is aging gracefully. So the clear winner in this challenge to me was Jujubee, of course. I mean, I remember him winning his challenge in his first season. Yeah, it was really good. The worst, I would say, is Ongina. It was just not funny at all. Crickets. Apparently there's a tie. Like, Blair St Clair did okay, but I don't think she did as well as Jujubee. But yeah, it's a tie. So Jujubee and Blair St Clair both win that challenge. So we find out that the main challenge is going to be a talent show, like they do pretty much for all the All-Stars season for the first episode. And this one just has like more of like a Vegas theme because of the show in Vegas, which unfortunately is canceled due to everything that's going on. I was definitely going to go to that show. I'm really upset that it's postponed for right now. So yeah, before I get to the main stage, there's the workroom drama where the girls are painting their faces, and it just looks like Derrick Barry is coming for India super hard. Basically, it's just some like you talked about my man or whatever, like club drama off the show. Okay, fine. So we are at the main stage, and we have the first Ru look of the season. So let me say I love RuPaul's look from the neck up. The wig, the face, perfection. Now this dress, I'm not feeling it. I'm just not. Are y'all? Let me know in the comments. But I just feel like I don't like the silhouette of the dress. It's a beautiful dress, but I'm just not a fan of the silhouette. Also, shout out to Michelle Visage. She looks beat. Like the face is just immaculate. Love it. I just love seeing her. I love her. I used to hate her at first, but I've really grown to love her critiques because it'd be spot on. All right, so let's get into the main challenge and how everyone did. Alexis Mateo, like just bam, right out the gate. I love this performance. Like she was going off with the salsa, the samba. It was a real Vegas show. Like everybody was feeling it. This was a real strong opening. Shea Coulee is next, and she does this pole dancing number. It's real sensual and sexual. She got on like 10-inch heels. What she wearing is like tight and right. I was loving it. I also like the song too. I'm thinking she did the song as well. I love that performance too. So far, I'm just like, ooh, two strong performances. Next up, we have Mayhem, who I'm loving the look. I love the eyes are already popping already. She sits in the throne, and then when she gets up, that's when it starts to go downhill. Like I'm like, what is she saying? Like it's just like watermelon, watermelon, water. Like I can't follow what she's saying. Like she starts rapping, and then I get so confused you get lost in the performance. So yeah, not so good. Now Mariah Balenciaga, she didn't give me what I wanted. She was giving some type of liturgical dance number with paint. I'm guessing it had a message. I also can barely hear the words. I mean, it was okay, but it's just not what I wanted from her. Ms. Cracker, she gave a decent performance. She started out as a pickle. I'm thinking it has something to do with what happened on her season. I think it was a cute performance. I think it could have used a little bit more background dancers. This seemed just like a club performance. Like I'm going to the bar in New York and I'm tipping a drag queen. Like it's just a casual performance. Cute. Not gonna win, but it was cute. Blair St Clair decides to do a singing number. It's a little shaky, but she looks good. It's a meh to me. It's just okay. She looks pretty. Gowns. Beautiful gowns. Next up, we have Ongina, who does a RuPaul medley of all the bigger hits that she's done. The reveals were pretty obvious, and then the dancing, it was just like 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2. It was like real Darren's dance grooves. I wasn't feeling it. It was a chop for me. Next up is Derrick Barry, who decides to do a comedy bit and does impressions. Walks out looking good, exactly like Britney. And I gotta say, this was the worst performance for me. All the impressions sounded alike. They just weren't good at all, and it was painful to watch. I had secondhand embarrassment from watching, and it was all in Ruth's face. Like, it wasn't good. I'm sorry. Next up, Jujubee. She decides to do a song as well, but this one, she found the notes and the keys for this performance to work. I was feeling this one. Now, I will say this was a decent performance, but girl, I don't want to see that wig anymore. It looked like she just performed in her workroom entrance. Like it was a black gown, same wig. I was kind of disappointed by that. I never want to see that wig again, hopefully. And last but not least, Ferrah. She fucking killed it. I was shocked. I think it was because I wasn't expecting much. Like on her season, like she went home pretty early. So I'm guessing she had something to prove with this performance. She capitalized off of what she's known for from season 3, which is drag is not a contact sport. Like she killed it. This was my favorite performance next to Alexis Mateo. The dancing, and then she had the choreography and shit like that. Ouch. Murdered it. Loved it. I gotta say, it was a beautiful surprise. Like, I guess I just wasn't expecting it. And she might even be a front runner. You never know. So now Ru finally explains the rules. So each week, they're gonna choose just one top all-star, the winner. And that person gets to choose who they think should go home if they win the lip sync. Now the other girls, they get to choose also who they want to go home collectively. And whoever they choose goes to the lip sync assassin. Each week, there's a guest lip sync assassin from prior seasons. So the lip sync assassin wins. They pull the lipstick of whoever the workroom wants to go home. So safe, we have Shea Coulee, Jujubee, Mariah, and Blair St Clair. The bottoms are Derrick, which I agree, Mayhem, and Angina. Of course, no surprise here. The tops are Ms. Cracker. I guess they needed 3 people. India, of course, and Alexis. The winner is India, which is great. Derrick Barry's face is cracked. Cracked. Because I think we all did not expect India to win. So the 2 bottoms of the week are Derrick and Mayhem. So basically they got to vote on which of those 2 have to go home. Now they go back to the workroom while the judges are delegating. I gotta say, the writings are on the wall. We know that Derrick Barry is going home. It's just the tables have turned. Like, of course India's gonna send Derrick home, and it looks like the group is too, but okay. So we finally get to the lip sync, and I could not wait to see who they chose as the first lip sync assassin of the season. And when I saw Yvie Oddly, I screamed. I was just like, oh, okay, we getting winners to participate. That check must be good. I love it. Yvie looks amazing. Love her. And the song is Ricky Martin's Livin' La Vida Loca. I gotta say, I thought Yvie was gonna eat India up, but it was an even match. Like, it was really good. Like, India was keeping up. She was dancing. She was using the whole stage. Yvie Oddly, of course, like, wig comes off, short hair. The body starts moving every which way. Like, she's killing it. Like, at first it was even kill, but then we get to almost the end of the lip sync, and then Yvie does this whole body contortion that was just like, okay, she won. Very, very entertaining lip sync. I enjoyed it so much. So Yvie wins, and it's okay. I feel like India definitely proved herself as a threat for this episode. Now, what I think is amazing is, so the $10,000 that usually is on the line for the lip sync is rolled over to next week, which means the all-star who wins that week can possibly win $20K, or if not, you'll rule on the $30,000 and so on. So I love that little twist. I love these new rules. I'm really liking it so far. So the bottom 2 queens come up to the stage, and of course, Yvie Oddly takes out the lipstick, and they show that Derrick Barry is the one that the workroom chose to go home. To no one's surprise, it was a face crack episode for her. I feel bad because to go home first, like, damn, not even just the embarrassment, but you bring at least 15, 16 outfits. That shit ain't cheap. And now, like, what do you do with that? Like, you spent all this money to go home first? Like, that's why I just felt bad for her. But, I guess that's the way it goes. One person has to go home first, and I think the right queen went home first. So yeah, this episode, I enjoyed it so much. This was a fucking good first episode. I'm excited for the rest of the season. Hopefully this video does well so I can keep reviewing it. But if not, I get it. So please, like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what you think about the episode. Let me know if you agree with who went home and who won. I'm excited about this season. I will see you soon for the next episode. Maybe.